Do you want my exact formula for how I write my outlines for my YouTube videos to make filming super easy? That's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. Essentially, what the process looks like for how I am preparing when I am able to film YouTube videos. When I'm filming YouTube videos for this channel, I'm typically filming at least 3 to 4 videos in one sitting. So I'm actually on my second video of the day right now. I already recorded one video and I'm moving on to this video. And the best way that I prepare to do that is not by thinking of content on the fly, but by having an outline right next to me where I'm able to refer back to and know what I want to talk about without having to think about what I want to talk about, if that makes sense. So I want to tell you a little bit more about what that process looks like and how I'm creating my outlines, an example of some outlines. And so the first though, I want to talk about the idea behind writing outlines versus writing a script. When you're preparing to do YouTube videos, or if you've learned at all about how to film YouTube videos, you can either write a script for your videos. So basically that's writing out word by word what you want to say in your video, or you can write an outline that's basically just a general outline of what you want to say with like bullet points of the main topics and main points you want to hit, but you're not necessarily writing a script that you're like reading from, if that makes sense. And so I want to give you my thoughts first on between those two. So essentially when I'm thinking about doing YouTube videos, I want it to feel like casual. I want it to feel like someone's just sitting down over coffee and talking with me about business, right? And not super formal. And so in my personal experience and from my perspective, I can always tell when someone's reading from a script, right? And it feels a little bit more forced. It doesn't feel as, to me, genuine. It doesn't feel as conversational. And so I really prefer to have outlines that I can refer back to so I know what I want to talk about. I'm not trying to come up with stuff on the fly, but I still have an idea of what I want to say without having to basically read from a script and have it sound a little bit more just not as casual and conversational. And I know that writing a script can almost feel a little bit more less intimidating, or feel less intimidating, because you're not having to come up with what you want to say. Like maybe that's a route that you want to go because it feels less intimidating to just read from a script for a YouTube video. But I will say that it feels less conversational. Most people can tell if you're reading from a script, and it gets easier the more that you do it. The more that you film YouTube videos, the more you find that it's easier to record videos, and you actually find and you realize, especially when, like for myself, when I've created online courses that are over 10 hours long of content that are way more in depth than any of my YouTube videos, I realize just how easy YouTube videos are. I try to hit a minimum of 8 minutes of filming when I'm recording a video. So whenever I'm writing an outline, I'm kind of keeping that in mind as well. Okay, now I feel like I'm getting on a rabbit trail of like the process of filming YouTube videos, which we're actually going to talk about next week on my channel. So subscribe if you want to know more about that thought process and how I'm preparing to actually sit down and film. But I felt like that was really important for you guys to know that yes, I am writing these outlines ahead of time, usually days ahead of time, like all at once for 3 or 4 videos that I want to film. So I have them ready whenever I go to sit down to film videos. So the first step to writing an outline for your YouTube videos is to research the video idea that you want to create. I think it's important to not only know what's out there, but to know that your video idea is actually going to rank well. We use a tool called TubeBuddy to basically research different video ideas and see what's gonna easily perform well on YouTube when it comes to search. And so if you're interested in checking out TubeBuddy, the link will be right below this video. We'll have that in the description for you if you want to check it out. Essentially, I like looking at what's working well, what are similar videos, like who else is creating these types of videos. For example, for this video, like who's also creating videos on how to create outlines for YouTube videos and what that looks like. I generally don't watch a lot of the content because I want to make sure I'm maintaining the integrity of my content and I'm not just regurgitating like what I've heard other creators say, right? But it also can be helpful if you feel confident enough in your perspective, like to know how you're bringing a different perspective. Like what are people saying? What's the common knowledge out there? But then how can you come in and bring a different perspective towards that? Another reason why, this is just a bonus tip here, I also like to research what other people are doing more for like what their thumbnails are and how I can create a thumbnail that stands out and is different from the rest of them. If you guys want a video on thumbnails too, let me know. There's a lot I could go into right there. The second thing that I do is I plan my video and write the outline in an app called Trello. We actually sell our content calendar templates that includes the YouTube content calendar template in our shop. So we'll actually put a link down below where if you want to snag that, you totally can. And just for watching this video, I'm gonna pop a code right here, YouTube 10. You can use that on your purchase of the content calendar templates to get 10% 10% off if you're interested in snagging those. So we'll pop up on the screen right here an example of what that board looks like when it's all filled out and we've got content flowing through it. This is an example of what that looks like, and it's really easy to work with team members and to collaborate with team members on different tasks. It helps you to, for every video, to have like a workflow for every video, but we'll pop an example on the screen now of what it looks like for the outline. So in like the description area for each card, and that's where like each video lives essentially. The title of the card is the title of the video. In the description is where we write the outline. Well, where I write the outline for my videos. And it also makes it really handy for team members to have access to that outline, whether they are editing the video or writing the blog post for the video, or maybe creating some Instagram content to point to the video, right? It can just be a really helpful way to keep things organized, but also that's literally like, that's what I have pulled up. Oh my gosh. That's what I have pulled up on my computer right here is the Trello card for this video, and what I am referring to when I am looking at my notes and the outline that I've created for this video. So we'll have an example, like I mentioned, of what an outline looks like, what it typically looks like for me. Some are shorter than others. I would say the one for this video is actually pretty short, but some of them are a little bit longer, just more detailed, making sure I hit different things that I want to hit. But I just have that outline done and I have it pulled up on Trello, so whenever I am filming, makes it really easy. So I just have my desk off to the side right here, my laptop right here, and I have my camera right here, and I can easily refer back to it in between the different points. The third step to this formula to writing outlines like that are easy to use, that I really recommend you keeping in mind when you're doing YouTube videos. And with YouTube videos, I like to think of them as they're like bite-sized pieces of information for people to quickly implement and see quick wins. They're not the full picture. Like if someone wants the full picture on how to grow on Instagram, they should join Instagram Growth, our course. Or if someone wants the full picture on specifically Reels and how to create Reels, join the Reels mini course for how to do that. Or if someone wants more resources on a certain topic, like if we have that in the shop, that's where we go more in depth, where we have the space to go more in depth, because there's a lot of things where I simply can't talk about in a YouTube video and go in depth on. And like I mentioned, I like my videos to be 8 minutes minimum on this channel, up to maybe 20 minutes is probably some of the longer videos, but somewhere between 10 to 15 minutes is really our sweet spot that we found. It's not too long, not too short, gives just enough information. So when I'm writing outlines for videos, and what typically ends up being that 10 to 15 minute length, is I focus on including 3 to up to 5 like main points in the video. I try not to have more than 5 main points. If there's more than 5 like main points I want to hit in a video, it probably needs to be broken up into multiple different videos, right? And so making sure that I'm keeping it concise enough and giving you guys enough information that's going to be helpful on the topic, but also making sure it's to the point. People who are watching YouTube videos don't necessarily want a hour-long video on a certain topic, right? Like they're coming to YouTube for quick solutions and quick helpful tips, and they want you to get to the point of what they are looking for and things that they can try implementing. And so I find that 3 to 5 is just enough, but not too much. And I typically, when I do the outlines like you saw, I write out like I number each outline, and that makes it really helpful for me to know what the main tips are. And then underneath I will bullet point like the main points I want to hit when I'm talking about each tip or each point in the outline I've created. If you're interested in my strategy on what kinds of videos I'm creating, how I'm structuring the outlines and more on how I'm actually making money on YouTube. So basically my exact formula to how I'm seeing dollars in my bank account to come directly from my YouTube channel, I would love to invite you to download my new freebie on exactly that. The link will be right in the description. You can learn like how I am bringing new digital product sales, online course sales, affiliate income, YouTube AdSense, all through YouTube. And I started doing that when I had just 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So it doesn't mean you have to have a huge YouTube channel in order to do that. It's something that has been a game changer for my business and growing my business over the past few years. And I'm sharing my top secrets on exactly how to make money on YouTube. So be sure to head below to that link to download that freebie. It's right below this video. And if you guys have any questions on this topic, please feel free to let me know. Like I mentioned in last week's video, the whole month of May is actually going to be all about how to start and grow a YouTube channel and see conversions from YouTube. So if you have any questions when it comes to starting starting a channel, growing a channel, how to create thumbnails, how to film videos, how to edit videos, like anything like that, drop those comments down in the description, or not description, in the comments down below, so that we can respond and help you guys, but also it will help us to know what kind of topics you want to see coming up on our channel. We would love to do more videos on how to grow on YouTube if that's something that you guys want to see. So be sure to drop those comments, and if you aren't already subscribed as well, be sure to subscribe, because we upload new videos around here every Tuesday at noon, so you can be up to date on every new video and get the rest of the YouTube videos coming out this month. And I will see you guys next week on Tuesday in the new video. Bye guys.